Hi friends, it's Amanda. Thanks so much for being here and watching. Joining you today for my very first process video for the Spiegelmum Scraps Sparklers design team. And I'm creating with these gorgeous sequins, Lovely Day, Gumdrops, aren't they gorgeous? Sparkly Effervescence, an old favourite of mine, possibly my all-time favourite, and Hazy Summer. Oh, so many pretties to create with today. And my design team assignment was to use at least 3 of the current sequins in the store and incorporate some shaker pockets into my layout. So I've dived into my September hit kits and pulled out their fabulous Indian summer frames designed by Kim Watson, because these frames I think will make fabulous little pockets. And I'm showing you how to use up some old scraps around the house. So these are packaging, well, old packaging bags from maybe some wood veneers that I've just, before I've gone to throw out, I thought we could use those. So I'm tipping them upside down and filling them with the sequins. And this is a really great way to create shaker pockets if you don't have a fuse tool, because not all of us do. And I think it's nice to be able to still create when you don't perhaps have all the, all the things. So yeah, and great to reuse and recycle pieces as well, rather than put that straight into landfill. So what a great way to use up some old packaging. So I'll seal the bottom, trim it up. And of course, because it's all based on a frame, I've got enough room to hide all the glue or all the tape joins in the frame. So you won't actually see that these are old bags, and you won't see any of the joins. And yeah, it's a really fun and easy way to incorporate shaker pockets. So just going to pull that one down a little so I can trim back and seal it off on the inside first. Yeah, and then on the backing as well. And there you go, look at that. Lovely Day sequins in a shaker pocket. They're really, really sweet and so simple to do. So I've gone ahead and created 2. And I think they look fantastic. I love those pops of teal and the little leaves in the Lovely Day sequins. And using the same frames but in a heart so that there's a point of difference for my photograph. And of course, you know, they are my heart, they are my world. Framing my photo, that's part of today's layout. And I'll just trim that up. And to be honest, it's going to be a really simple layout. It was late at night and I just wanted to, I'd only taken these photos a couple of days ago, so I just wanted to scrap them. I had such happy vibes and feelings about this one. So fun and whimsical page. As I said, using this leftovers from my September hit kits. So lots of the Paige Evans Truly Grateful collection here. So phrase thicker title together, and lots of fussy cut pieces and ephemera from that collection too. And I'm just going to sort of fuss around with some ideas. And I liked the thought of doing a lot of white space and really drawing you into firstly my photograph and secondly those shaker pockets, because they really are something special and different, and I think they make that important feature on the page. And using the gumdrops now, I noticed that apart from these fabulous big bling pieces, there's some lovely little florals and these gorgeous big leaves. And I just thought they were so fun and cute, and I just wanted to incorporate them as well. And I thought with the florals on my page, they would work really well. And as I start to put them down, and the more you see them on the layout, you'll realise there's such a different green from the teal in the Lovely Day that they're a real point of difference, and they add just that extra hint of colour and fun to the page. And of course, they draw you into my photograph. And just showing you here these teeny tiny ones that are actually little flowers, because from here on the screen now, you can only see them as little dots of sequins, but they're beautiful little flowers. So I'm going through the gumdrops and picking out all the little flower pieces, because they're almost the same shape as quite a few of those fussy cut flowers from pattern paper. I think it's 15 or 14. I'll show it later. I'm sure it's in here. And yeah, I just thought they tied in beautifully. So we've got florals, we've got butterflies, we've got shaker pocket frames. It's all happening. Beautiful colour palette, nice and bright. There we go, it is paper 15. There you go, so I've fussy cut pieces from it. And I felt like it was just a little bit imbalanced. So just going to trim off the bottom part of the paper and use that stripping there, because of course on the reverse side you get the pattern paper stripping. So I'm just going to pop that at the top of my layout. You can see that just helps to trim it off and yeah, balance that. And I like the idea of popping some Hazy Summer sequins through that top section as well. So going to glue this down because I'm happy with that. And we go. You can tell it was late at night. I was really, really slow, wasn't I? I love creating at night though, when there's no one else up. It's my quiet time. It's a nice thing to do before you go to bed at night. There we go. Look at that. And just going to play around with this now and sort of decide where things are definitely going. And I think I'll probably speed this up now because it's a lot of fussing around, and I decided to start getting sticking and making things happen. So in a moment, I will probably stop fussing and move on. But it's nice to sometimes see the process too, isn't it? And how things come together. And I think that's nice. I'm happy with how that's looking. I love that the photo is central and the whole, everything to my layout. So going to glue that down. Foam mounted that one, so it just has that extra pop again because I don't want the shaker pockets taking over from the photo. They're supposed to support it, not, there we go. So on they go as well, and I'm just using a little bit of glue around the framing edge there. And on they go as well. Beautiful. So lots of fussing. And I slightly change it from the original plan, but you can see the idea as it comes together. Really, really pretty though. And those green leaves, they really do pop, don't they, from the Gumdrops collection. They're a very, very pretty set of sequins. And between them and the little flowers, that just won me over straight away. So adding in the fussy cut flowers first because they're kind of like the big support to the little tiny flower sequins. And just adding in these ones as well. Very, very pretty. It's a really fun and whimsical happy page because that's what the memory was all about for me. It was just a beautiful happy day, and I think it's nice when we can almost emanate that through our creating. And just when you look at the page, in albums, when you come back to it, it just makes you smile because you're reminded of the joy and the happiness. And I like to create that way, and especially for children pages as well. They're so full of whimsy and fun, and the joy of being a child and that happy, Anyway, moving on. Here comes some Hazy Summer sequins now. I love those big bling ones, and I'm going to use them around my framed photo. Again, drawing in that extra point of interest to that part of my layout. And then I tipped a whole bunch on the top there, but I'm pulling out all the darker blue tones because I just want this part to be subtle, and I want to use the same colours that featured in that pattern paper 15. So just spreading them around so that it almost looks like it's lightly raining sequin confetti, with more sequins, of course, towards the cluster of my layout and almost disappearing as we get to the top of the page. So you get that real sense of less and more, and still keeping with the white space still and not stealing away from that, but adding that extra bling, which is lovely. And then coming in with the sparkly effervescence glass beads now, and these are just stunning. I could have a lifetime supply of these and never get bored with them. They're just divine. They add that extra something to everything. So for today, I'm actually going to use them to help hold my cotton thread in place. So you can see I've just got some beautiful hot pink or fuchsia thread, and once I'm ready to pop that in place, I'll have a little glue under the joins, but I'll also glue the strings where I want them to sit and then use the sparkly beads to hold them in place. So just making sure I'm happy with that. You wouldn't believe how much fussing I do on something so simple, would you? I think when it's a white space layout, it's really important to be particular though. You really, because you're drawn to that cluster area, you really do look at all the details. So that's important for me. And you can see I've just popped that bead, that first bead on there to hold that thread in place. And I'll come and do the same on the other side. Of course, rule of 3, so we're going to definitely have at least 3 clusters of thread. There we There's another one. And we'll glue him. Sorry, you can tell it was also late at night because my glue was very cold and wasn't coming out the bottle. There we go, pressing down on those glass beads to hold them in place. So really, really pretty, and it's hard to see now, and of course because I filmed at night, really hard to see, but I'll have lots of beautiful close-ups at the end, so please stick around for those so you can see just how divine these sequins really are. They're just stunning, and they really do lift your pages. I can't get enough of them, and I was so excited when Jodie asked me to join the team because I've been creating with her sequins for a while now because they just add, yeah, they're the perfect finishing touch to all our creating. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching today because I know I just love making with sequins. So yeah, lots of fun for me. So I'm just going to come in and finish off with these sparkly ones, these lovely sparkly effervescents. And of course, if you're shopping in the Spiegelmum Scraps store, code Amanda15 will save you 15% off as well. So that's just a little bonus if you're watching my videos. Thank you so much. And yeah, 15% off is always helpful. I'll pop that code in the description box as well so you don't forget. And that's pretty much my layout finished for today. So yeah, look, thank you so much for watching, and please stick around for all the lovely close-ups. They're definitely much better in the right lighting, but you can see just how effective those shaker pockets really are. And I hope you've had lots of fun watching. And if you've got questions or comments, please don't hesitate to pop them down below. Be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons and all that jazz. And have yourself a wonderful, sparkly, happy arty days. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.